We need to talk man to man. Well, this is an apology video. Now, I will say, I'm not asking for any forgiveness or any credibility or anything to be reversed. This is just me admitting I was wrong. So last week, when I got involved with the gym girl who so happens to have OnlyFans, this is part two, by the way. I want to apologize for my part. I thought I could hide stuff. I thought I could just, hide what I did and everything, and I truly apologize. I thought everything would be just kept secret, and that's where my mind thought nothing could happen, but it just, the situation just got so bad that family and friends were concerned about me, and I think even some people at work know about the indiscretion I had. And I will also admit to everything else and admit with the honesty I have in me that my what got me exposed was my need for closure. You know, my need for closure is what caused all these problems to happen, and I've always had that. Even with my ex-girlfriend, things only got worse when I tried to go chase for closure. And I'm sorry for anyone who looked up to me. This is not me. We're human beings. We do things that are flawed. Sometimes we think we know what we're doing, and we lean on our own understanding, or we think we can because we feel like no one could see what we're doing, and that's where eventually they say eventually the truth comes out. I'm sorry for my part in this. If I was just those like 4 weeks of talking to her, if I would have just not done that, stayed in my workout, wait for something to come my way, wait for opportunities to come my way, I'd have been fine. But this is not about what if. This is about me apologizing for my behavior. You know, whether on and offline, it makes no difference. I want to apologize for the bad stuff that I have, done over the week, because this is not okay. And I'm not gonna get no crocodile tears. I know and whatever punishment I need to take. Like I said, I'm gonna only go to the other gym that's not down the street from me no more, because for a while, until everything dies down. But it just goes to show that no matter what you try to hide in the dark, it gets exposed to the light. So, you know, keep that in mind when you think about something. The thing is, don't ever get to a point where you go to the gym and you create a fan fiction in your head of all the possibilities that's really, honest to God, none of your business. You need to get back to locking in when you get to that mindset. And I'm talking about myself, because I fucked up pretty bad. I really cut up really bad. I never misbehave so badly in my life. I had crash outs, don't get me wrong. I'm only human, and I'm sorry for everything I've done. And I want to start over, and I'm not ever doing this stuff no more. I'm gonna leave the gym girlies alone. I'm gonna focus on what I need to be focused on. I'll be focused on my job, my content, my gym workouts. I'm no longer gonna go and try to do any backdoor hooking up or anything like that no more. I'm done with that. I'm done with that life. I'm done with sin. You know, this is not how a Christian should act. If people didn't know I'm a Christian, I'm a non-denominational, but still, this is not how we act, and I am really sorry. Like, you know, if my credibility is destroyed for a while, I understand. If people don't want to fuck with me for a long time or rock with me, whatever, I understand. If people want to unsubscribe to my stuff, I get you. I'm on your side on that, because I need to show a much better example, and I wasn't. I wasn't a good example. And it just goes to show you can't hide nothing. You just can't hide nothing. Eventually, all that stuff will come out. I'm just sorry for my part. And, I need to grow out of trying to get closure because that's all, even in high school, that's messed with me. Every time I wanted to get the truth out of somebody, it exposed me. Rather than just move on and carry on like I'm supposed to, I acted crazy. I acted bad. I gave in a lust. I'm sorry. And, rest assured, I have unsubscribed from her OF because, well, there's no point since we're not talking anymore. And two, I'm gonna turn over a new leaf. This is just not good behavior. So I apologize for my half. I'll take accountability. Whatever you want to put, I'll let anyone put whatever hate comment. I don't care if they roast me. I deserve it because I, honest to God, thought I could hide everything I was doing. No, you can't. But yeah,